What could you do to protect your pets if you're sick or injured? My product, Save My Pet ID tag, helps you ensure that your beloved pets are safe and well cared for, even when life isn't what you expect.
Our very special guest today is a real hero and a crusader for cats, dogs, and other critters. But instead of a cape, he sometimes wears a fluffy bathrobe. But no matter what he wears, he's on a mission to help animals in need. Please welcome back to our show, Nathan the Cat Lady. Woo! Come on in, Nathan.
Thanks for having me. Always love being on.
And it is really Nathan, K-E-H-N. I gave your secret identity, Clark Kent, away. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Dang it.
I'm a person now.
Oh, no, he's a person. But he's also a person, too, because I like that you call yourself Nathan the Cat Lady, not Nathan the Cat Daddy. I'm sure you've been asked this, but why?
Well, I tried Cat Daddy for about a day, and it got weird real fast. A lot of people needed daddies. It wasn't going to be me. And my whole thing was entertaining people. Also, I love the idea of breaking the stereotype of the crazy cat lady. So I figured, you know what? Everyone calls me crazy cat lady anyways. Let's just lean into it and made it Nathan the Cat Lady.
And I like it. And I don't know, you've got a lot of titles. You started out doing some acting, construction. I think you bill yourself now as a full-time content creator. Really, describe who you are. What do you put on your tax ID when you fill out your taxes?
So yeah, and now it's officially full-time content creator. I might do some acting once I recover. I had jaw surgery last year, so had to take a little break from the acting. But yeah, as of right now, full-time content creator and rescue.
So let's get into it. You do have a lot of partnerships with different groups and you give back. And I want to talk a little grass with you. Can we get into grass?
Grass.
There's grass and then there's grass. There's kind of dried catnip and then there's really good catnip. So explain, what is Pet Greens?
So Pet Greens it's grass specifically for your kitties, and catnip, that's fresh catnip. It's not the dried catnip. You're actually growing it at home.
Nice.
So you can get it in store, or it's a delivery service. You can get literally fresh grass and catnip delivered straight to your door.
And I have really gnarly grass in my backyard, St. Augustine. If I'm a cat, there's going to be scratching on my back of my throat. Why is this grass from Pet Grass so great?
Well, it's wheatgrass grown specifically for your cats. It doesn't have any of the chemicals or preservatives or things like that you would find in the backyard, because you never really know what people are spraying on the grass, or dog poop, or coyote poop, or raccoon, or you never know what's going to be on there. So you're getting specific clean grass that you know what's going into your cats.
Now, you have in your home, go ahead, do a shout out to your 4 tabbies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got Pickles, of course, Annie, Ginger, and my new addition, Theodora.
Oh, nice names. And are they digging Daddy bringing home some grass and catnip?
Yes, very much so. Theodora just discovered the catnip, and she is a menace. She destroys it every chance she gets. Ginger and Annie, they're more prone to the grass. So that's their big thing. I bring the grass and take it out, and they get super excited and come running.
Nice.
They love them some cat grass.
What about Pickles? I know he's kind of your grumpy guy.
He is. He leans more towards the catnip, but he just rubs on it. He doesn't chew it or anything. He just likes to rub on it and roll around on it.
So it's good that you have some green in your home. I like that. But you're kind of spreading the green. So last time you were on our show, you were helping out a place called Beagle Freedom in Oklahoma. And you brought your construction skills and your ability to get a lot of people involved in social media. Can you bring us up to speed? Because that was a really nasty animal testing lab, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I partnered with Beagle Freedom Project, and we turned an animal testing lab into a sanctuary. So we rescued 180 beagles and 90 cats from a life of being stuck in cages and being tested on. And luckily, Beagle Freedom, they purchased the buildings and the animals away. And then I was able to bring a bunch of my amazing sponsors, and we raised somewhere around like $180,000 worth of supplies to donate to them. one of which being Pet Greens. They donated a bunch of cat grass and catnip
Nice.
that I was able to go through and distribute to all the cats. And it was some amazing enrichment for them.
And now you're kind of getting in. Tell us a little bit about Milo Sanctuary, because there's some big news there that Pet Grass also made some donations.
Yeah. So at Milo's, I had 3 cats that I had rescued from an HOA last year and brought the Stray Cat Alliance, and they had been just sitting in a shelter and I couldn't handle it anymore. And so I spoke to Michelle, and the founder of Milo's, and was like, hey, if I can get funding, can I build my own little oasis in the back for cats that have nowhere else to go? And she was all about it. So I got Easy Pet Fence to donate a 30 by 30 foot catio. And then I got Tito's Ring.
Wait a minute, you had me at Tito's. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, Tito's. Yeah, Tito's made a
They're very good
donation.
for animal causes, yes.
Exactly. Exactly. No, it helps get through the rescuing. They also donate. Ring also made a big donation. Then I crowdfunded for another, I believe, $15,000. And we actually had a tiny home built. And then I brought volunteers out to build the catio. And then again, we got Pet Greens in there. We got a bunch of cat grass. We got they donated these big, beautiful planters. And we've got cat grass and catnip lining the planters. I actually was out there the other day, and one of the cats was sound asleep in the grass and catnip outside on the patio.
That's cat heaven on earth. Tell us, what is Milo Sanctuary? How do people find out about it? And where is this cool? I guess the official name is Nathan the Cat Lady's Cat Oasis.
Yep. That
sounds like a good bar.
My little building in the back.
Yeah.
And it's Milo Sanctuary is a home for special needs cats. So it's the biggest special needs cat sanctuary in the States. And so all the cats there are blind or paralyzed or missing limbs, or, everyone there is going through something, but it's a really good place.
Do you know the link you can share with everybody?
Let me double check. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure
And this is why we're glad it's recorded.
MiloSanctuary.org.
Okay. I want everybody after the show. Yeah. Please, it's a nonprofit. It's a 501(c)(3). Everybody check out Milo's Sanctuary.org. So where did you get your ability to build?
So I actually was a handyman and a carpenter for about 2.5 years before Nathan the Cat Lady started. So a lot of those skills I grew up, my dad had grown up on a farm, so he taught me a lot of stuff. My stepdad installed lighting, so he taught me about lighting, and then everything else, YouTube. And I've always kind of been a handy, crafty person, but yeah, I was a handyman and carpenter for 2.5 years, and I was able to bring those skills to Milo's and also Beagle Freedom Project, and ripping down walls and working on building my cat cafe out there.
Just a simple question before we have about a minute before we go to break. How do you keep your schedule straight? I mean, seriously, dude, you're everywhere, all over the country. I think you travel more than a politician on a campaign trail.
Oh, 100%. I'm traveling a couple times a week now. And honestly, if it weren't for automatic Google Calendar updates, I would have no idea what my schedule is. It's been wild, but it's all good things. Since I went full-time last August, I really wanted to dive in now that this is my full-time focus. If you're doing 2 full-time jobs and you quit one of those jobs, the other job should get busier. And that's what I've been doing. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's been a lot of rewarding things. So it's been great and getting a lot of support.
Hey, Pet Pals, we're speaking with Nathan, the Cat Lady. You know him. He's everywhere on social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. He's got a big heart. And he doesn't just talk about doing things. He's actually rolling up his sleeves and getting things done. So we're going to learn a bit more about Nathan. He's a cool guy after we take this break. So you know the drill. Sit, purr. We'll be right back.
Pet Greens just donated a large amount of catnip and cat grass to Beagle Freedom Project, who recently just converted an animal testing lab into an animal sanctuary called Freedom Fields. Giving cats in a rescue access to cat grass and catnip can really help with their mood or acclimating if they came from outside to inside. And reducing a cat's anxiety really helps their chances of getting adopted. If you'd like to learn more about Pet Greens, or if you're a nonprofit and would like to request some cat grass for your sanctuary, please visit petgreens.com.
Welcome back to the Four-Legged Life Show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. We have a great guy on our show. His name is Nathan the Cat Lady, but he does a lot for a lot of different animals in need. And I think you and I met, maybe 4 or 5 years ago during COVID, when I was hosting a show called Meowie Hour for the Cat Fancier Association. And I'm like, who's this dude named Nathan the Cat Lady? And he looks like he could be the protege of Brad Pitt. I mean, you got looks and brains, and you purr for cats. So did you think, when you were growing up, what was your big dream? And look how it's shifted.
Yeah, I never would have in a million years thought I would end up here, but it's kind of funny the way it happened, because I had two career options. I either wanted to be an actor, or I wanted to go into zoology and study big cats and tigers and stuff like that.
Oh.
And after a while, I gave up on, I was like, there's no way I'm going to work in a zoo. Like, I don't see that happening. So I did Friday announcements through high school, these like short video announcements, skits and everything.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, I'm going to pursue acting. I'm loving this. And it just so happened like 6-7 years ago, the two worlds combined. And now I'm acting, doing social media, and getting to work with cats, which has been amazing.
Have cell phone, will record. I guess that's your motto, right?
Yep.
So any tips for people on the edit part of it? Because people think, oh, you're having a blast, but you're putting time in to edit these.
That's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of ways to just do like simple edits. Apps like Cut and InShot, super simple apps that you can use to just trim up things. If you want to start getting into the crazy stuff, like the green screen stuff I do, or, riding one of the cats or something like that, that's a lot more work. That takes green screens. That takes a lot fancier software. But yeah, for the basic stuff, download InShot or CapCut and just play around with it. Just record anything and just practice editing and see where it goes.
So your dad taught you how to hammer and your uncle taught you how of electrical. How did you learn about editing? Did you do this on your own? Did you have a mentor?
So in high school, when I was doing the Friday announcements, that's when I started to learn just the basic editing and stuff. But back then, I mean, we were recording on a big camera, taking the tape, logging it to the computer. I mean, it has definitely changed a lot since then. But yeah, that's where I got the foundation for all the editing. And then my brother actually did a lot of editing for the Denver Broncos and did graphics and special effects. So he taught me how to do more of that, the special effects stuff.
Is that a big brother?
Big brother, oldest brother. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, all right. Can you just, if you have a good memory, since June, can you rattle off some places you've been? And don't worry, you don't have to be all inclusive. I just want people to get an idea. Come on. Hit it.
I've been to Austin for Shadow Cats. I was in Colorado for Cat Fest in Colorado Springs. I was in Nowata, Oklahoma. I was in Baltimore. I was in Florida for Global. I was in, where else?
You got CatCon. What was that, right?
CatCon was California. So that one I didn't have to travel too far. That was good. Yeah. Oh, I've been to Vegas, and I'm going back to Vegas in 2 weeks. Going to Boise in 3 days. Then I still have CFAs in Cleveland coming up.
And we will see you there. I mean, we got to tell people about that. That is the Cat Fancier Association's big conference. I think zillions are going to be there. And it's for all cats, not just the purebreds, household too. And humbly, Art, I'm coming with pet safety cat Casey to teach cat first aid. What do you think of that?
I love it. I'll be in that class for sure.
And you finally get to meet the man, Casey.
Oh, nice. It's about time.
Yeah, he purrs like a Mack truck. And he sort of looks like your Ginger, only he has white paws. So what are you going to be doing at CFA? So people can.
I think I might be officiating a cat wedding at some point.
Okay.
Going to be hosting some games on the stage with Sterling the Trap King Davis.
All right.
And other than that, just wandering the floor, getting to meet some people. Always love wandering around, getting to meet fans and meet brands and all that good stuff.
So getting back to Pet Greens, because you are a give back kind of guy, they do have tell us a little bit about what they do for rescue groups and how rescue groups can find out more about the cat grass and the catnip for their organizations.
That's one of my favorite things about working with Pet Greens is that they don't hesitate to donate. They've helped me donate to Stray Cat Alliance, Kitten Rescue LA, Beagle Freedom out in Nowata, Milo Sanctuary. Like anytime I've been working with somebody, they're not only agreeing to donate, they're asking me, hey, who can we donate to next? Who can we help out? When I was in Colorado, I know they donated a bunch of grass. They weren't even at the show. They just donated the grass to all of the rescues out there.
Oh, that's good.
They've been an amazing organization with that and helping provide enrichment for rescue cats. And if you have a rescue and you would like to maybe get some grass for your cats, you can actually go to their website and they actually have a place where you can fill out a request form and they'll send you some grass for your sanctuary so you can try it out. And see
Now
if
it's
your cats love it.
petgrass.com.
I will check that as well because I don't trust myself with websites. Hold on. Just make sure. Oh, petgreens.com. It was even
Okay.
easier that time. Yep.
Now, we talked about grass, and why do you think cats are obligate omnivores? They're meat, but you're Nathan the cat lady. Why do you think cats dig sometimes to munch on grass or get a little buzz on from catnip? What's the deal? That's green.
So as far as I understand, it's actually very important to their gut health. It actually helps them digest. And sometimes they'll even eat it. If there's something bad in their stomach, they'll actually eat it in there to help them throw that up. But in the wild, cats will eat grass. So
Okay.
when you bring them inside and you take that away from them, it's something that they crave instinctually. So you're actually putting something back in their diet that they had when they were wild cats. And the catnip, I mean, that's just enrichment. That's just for fun.
Yeah.
They just
They're
love
just
it.
getting their buzz on.
Get their buzz on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Have you ever sipped catnip tea?
I have not sipped catnip tea, but I've
And
heard
here's the deal. I used to write books for Rodale Press, Prevention and Men's Health, and we did a lot of herb books. And we have discovered that catnip is a stimulant for cats,
Mhm.
but it's a sedative or calming for people. So I was told you're supposed to give your cat some like Pet Greens catnip before you go to bed. Let him get his zoomies out. You
Yeah.
sip your tea while you're watching, and you both will sleep.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
There
like
you go.
It was a good night's rest.
Yeah,
No
everybody
more
can use
zoomies
that.
over my face.
So any I understand I'm going to say something that's probably going to embarrass you in a good way, but you not only help build things and help recruit people as volunteers, but my research said you even donated 10,000 of your own money to help this oasis. Can you talk about that?
Yeah.
That's
So
a big deal.
yeah, when we were doing Milo Sanctuary, the initial house that we were going to build was going to be a foldable house that,
prefab?
it's from Amazon, a prefab. And after about 2 weeks of waiting for it to arrive and they kept pushing it back, we finally were like, hey, is this real or is this a scam? Immediately refunded our money, deleted the post, everything. And so we were like, oh, we have a week and a half before this event where we're building a catio to a house we don't have. So we actually had to use, Milo's has a team they use for a lot of their building. And they basically were like, yeah, we can build you this house, but it's going to cost, it was like 10,000 more than we had initially budgeted for. So yeah, I put down the $10,000 to cover it so that we could make sure we got this done in time. And yeah, the cats would have their spot.
Thank you for doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, your parents, they raised a good young man.
Yeah, they did well.
So
Good
what
parents.
is it about cats? How have they made you a better human?
I think I've learned a lot from cats because cats, they seem so tough. I was just talking to someone the other day about they're silent sufferers. You'll never know if they need to go to the vet because they'll sit and suffer, but they really are very loving beings. And I've learned a lot just seeing them in the wild, like how much they really are suffering right now and what they're going through. And it's really showed me, I'm like, okay, I need to be doing more to help these guys, especially seeing them on the streets and how bad it is for them with eye infections and diseases and traffic and everything. And I guess just watching them and getting love from them, I've learned that like there's a lot more that I can be doing than just making entertaining videos online, which is what's kind of spawned all the rescue initiatives around the country.
Well, we started this show by saying that you are a hero, a crusader for cats, and you do joke around sometimes at conventions in a fluffy bathrobe to mimic the cat lady theme.
Yeah.
But you are a real hero because you helped a bottle baby out of a Tesla.
That's right. Yeah.
Tell us that before we go, because that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Friend of a friend saw a post where someone heard meowing coming from a Tesla and couldn't get into it, didn't know what to do. And somebody said, hey, my friend Nathan will fix it. So I was like,
Put on my robe.
Yeah, exactly. I was in my pajamas. It was 7:00 at night. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let someone drive off with a kitten in their Tesla. So I went over there. We set up a trap. Didn't work. The cat wasn't coming out. And I was like, okay, this cat is stuck. So we found the owner, popped the hood. I took apart the whole casing of everything of the poor guy's car. I'm just like unscrewing things and pulling things out.
You were
I think-
careful with the nuts. You didn't just throw them in the
Oh
box.
yeah, and I put them in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I had some idea what I was doing, but we took it apart, and I reached in there to find this kitten, only to find a little like 4-inch bottle baby.
Oh my
Eyes not
gosh.
even open yet. So I pulled him out, took him straight to Lux Paws, one of the organizations I work with. They had a bottle ready. Immediately started feeding him, and happy to report he is with a foster now. Actually, the same foster who bottle fed my Theodora. And yeah, his eyes are open. He's crawling around, begging for attention now. We named him Tesla because it was hilarious. So yeah, Tesla is doing well.
And he really was vocal. He didn't
Oh,
see. He's
gosh.
very young, but he was crying for help.
I thought it was a teenager cat because of how loud the meows were. Because you could
Wow.
hear him in the parking garage, but it just was a little loud bottle baby. It was impressive.
Thank you for doing that, and keep doing what you're doing. Hey, everybody, we're going to have our next guest after we take this break, but I want to shout out to Nathan, the cat lady. You just type his name and you can easily get into all the things he does. NathanTheCatLady.com, of course, is his website, but TikTok, you name it, Instagram, always. It's always fun to have you, and thank you for everything you're doing, Nathan.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life.
Four-Legged Life.
Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content.